So the next disease or disorder we are having, that is basically the congenital heart problem. So what is congenital heart problem? Congenital heart problem basically cause a blue babies. What are blue babies? That I am telling you. But first of all, this is the disorder of the septal disorder. As you guys all know, that we are having the chambers, and the chambers are basically divided by the septum, just like this. As you guys all know, we are having the four chambers: right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, and left ventricle. This is what, this is the atrium, and this is the septum, which is dividing the two chambers. So this is the septal disorder, which means that this is the interarterial, septum, which is arterial. What is the arterial septum? Which is dividing the atrium, that is the arterial septum. Okay, so this is the issue of the interarterial septum that is present where the foramen ovale is there. So in between the interarterial septum, we are having this hole like structure. This hole, we are calling that as a foramen ovale, and this foramen ovale is basically, you can say that we are calling that as a hole of heart. Okay, and if we have discussed that in the starting of the babies, the heart, this one is basically, you can say that, open. Okay, in the initial stage of the babies, okay, when they are in the embryonic stage, when they are born, the babies are basically born. So this foramen ovale basically close. Okay, so if it's closed, there is no issue. If it remains if it remains open after the baby born, so that we are calling that as a hole of a heart. And this hole of a heart is basically, you can say that, cause many problems. Okay, which kind of a problem? Which means that if they here, as you guys all know, the deoxygenated blood basically move into the right atrium, and oxygenated blood move into the left atrium. If there is the hole, so there the deoxygenated blood and oxygenated blood will get mixed. So there the mixing of the blood will occur. Mixing of blood will occur. Will occur. Okay, so in right atrium, the blood will mix the oxygenated and the deoxygenated. Okay, so as you guys all know, in aorta there are many branches. Okay, so through that, if the deoxygenated blood, which is we are calling the, you can say that the the mixed blood will move toward the aorta, as you guys all know, from the left atrium, and from the left ventricle we are having the aorta is there, which is supplying the blood to the whole the body. If the blood is not oxygenated, not deoxygenated, they both are basically mixed, and the both mixed blood is moving toward the aorta. So the, you can say that the blood that will be provided to all over the body. So this just because of that blood, the body become little bit a bluish, and like that, not that much, but it cause some time. So that's why we are calling that as the blue babies. Okay, so this can cause a death too, just because of the less oxygen. If there is a foramen ovale, so there will be the less oxygen in the body. Okay, the baby cannot run more, just because of the less breathing. Okay, so the heartbeat will be more heartbeat, so that can cause a problem. Okay, after that we are having that this one. Okay, so just because if we talk about the nowadays, so there is more technology. So just because of that, we are having, there is the many kind of operations are there for that one. So it's common like now. So but that is very dangerous, and that can cause death too. Okay, So that is a septal disorder. Okay, this is the physical caused by the birth. Next we are having, that is the heart attack. What is heart attack? Heart attack, which means that the blood is basically clot. We are having, this is for example, there is a vessel. Okay, and here the blood clot is there, like if there is a thrombus, or there is like atherosclerosis is there, or you can say that there is embolus is there. So these are the blood clot. If the blood clots is basically occur in the heart muscles, if the blood clots are occur in the heart muscles, so the blood will be not provided toward the heart properly, so the person will feel heavy, like the pain will be occur to the shoulder, or to the arm, you can say that, or in the neck, or in the jaw, or the many symptoms like sweating can be occur just because of this, nausea, shortness of breath, dizziness. So this whole process is called the myocardial. What is myocardial? Myocardial is the heart attack. Okay, myocardial is the heart attack, which means the heart muscles will get infection. What is infection? Infections means due to the leg. Infections means that the, you can say infection. If the word is infection, which means there is the disorder, or there is the, you can say the damaging of the. If there is a myocardial infection, which means damage of heart muscles, of heart muscle. That's why we are calling that as a myocardial infection. Infection. Okay, so due to the lack of the oxygen. Okay, so just because of less of the oxygen, the muscles of the heart muscles will be get die. And there is the one more important point, that if the muscles of the heart muscles will get die, they will not replace at all. That will not replace. Okay, because of the cardial, as you guys all know, the cardial muscles basically not divide. So that's why if they are like a die, so that cannot be replaced, that cannot be replaced. Okay, so just because of this, there you can say that the, you can say scar is like a type of like connective tissue is basically grow in the areas where the heart muscles have dead. Okay, so just because of that, the, you can say that the, a type of connective tissue will grow toward the heart, dead heart muscles. Okay, so then scar tissue will cannot like contract as the cardiac muscle, so that as the result the damaged heart will be permanently, and that cannot be replaced. So through just because of the clotting in the heart muscles. Okay, just because of the less oxygen, just because of the less blood, lack of the blood, so the heart attack will be caused. So this was the disease of the, was the disorder which was the heart attack and the congenital heart problem. Okay, in the next video we will discuss about the hypertension and the hypotension. After that we will be discuss the diagnosis of the cardiovascular disorder.